Little River Band reaction. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Cool change. Okay, cool. So this is a request by Brad. Thank you so much for the coffee and the support. He says here, this is the original album version with Glenn Shorrock singing. He was the original singer for the band and he wrote this song. Okay, I've reacted to a few songs by LRB. Yeah, LRB. I'm okay. I'm remembering the letters, but with John Farnham as the singer. I don't think I have reacted to the band without John, so this might be a first here. All right. What year did this come out? I'm assuming the 80s, because the band, I mean, they have been around for decades, but probably they were at their peak in the 80s. Let me see. Cool change. Have not reacted to this. Oh, I actually did react to this with John Farnham. Huh. Okay. Oh, I actually, oh, I did. I did. And that was one of my favorites with John. So let's see how, this turns out without John. Cool change, LRB. 1979. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you would like to support my music journey, please check out my Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go.
If there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright clear water. There's lots of those friendly people, they're showing me ways to go, but I never want to lose their inspiration. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. And now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. I was born in the sign of water, and it's there that I feel my best. The albatross and the whales, they are my brothers.
The albatross and the whales, they are my brothers?
It's kind of a special feeling when you're out on the sea alone, staring at the full moon like a lover. Time for
The harmonies.
cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. Now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. I've never been romantic, and sometimes I don't care. I know it may sound selfish, but let me breathe the air. Yeah.
Oh, the sax solo.
If there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright clear It's kind of a special feeling out on the sea alone, staring at the full moon like a lover. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. Now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. Time is time for a cool change. I know it's time for a cool change. Now that my life is so rearranged, well I know it's time for a change. Yes it is, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. You know it's time for a cool change.
Hmm. You know, it's interesting because I can give you guys my opinion on this version versus John Farnham, since I have heard both. You know, we can talk about it. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. So starting off with just the cover here, I like the aesthetic, right? The color palette of the 80s. And what I mean, it's just very simple. It's a woman, you know, in a pool, but the textures, guys, and the color theory here really comes into play. Blue and orange are complementary colors on the color wheel, so they go along very well, like brothers, and like the albatross and the whale, I think he said. And so, yeah, just a very soothing, like calming blue, and then skin tone, which is close to, you know, it's like a kind of like an orange brown, and also the logo of the band. So very nice colors on here, and the composition as well. Now to the music. I think with this singer, what I enjoy about it is that his voice is a little bit more chill. It's more calm, laid back. The way I would think about this is like maybe if you were living in this era and you were, you know, maybe are like my age, the older generations would appreciate his voice more, and the younger generations would appreciate John Farnham's voice more. They're different. I can't tell you that one is better than the other because they're just different voices. But when John Farnham is singing, he takes over. He is explosive. He has a very bright voice, and he's just like super, just intense with his voice, and he has a very big range, and he just kind of goes crazy. So whenever I hear a song with him, it's just like, okay, I'm focusing on John Farnham's voice. Like that's like 80% of the track, including this one, right? But with this singer, I hear more of the instrumentation. There's just like his voice is the same layers as the everything else going on, and it's not like above. So I was hearing the drums. There were some parts on there was just like doo doo doo, and the rhythm. This had a very nice rhythm to it. We're just like, okay, we're going along here. The saxophone, and then at the end there was like I don't know, I don't think that was a violin, but there was some sort of stringed instrument, and that made it into like a bit of like a classical ending there. But yeah, his voice is just like cool change, like the way this is my interpretation. He would say like, it's time for a cool change, like that. If you had John Farnham, he would be like, it's time for a cool change, something like that. I mean, forgive my voice, but it's it's my example here. Okay, I actually enjoy his voice a lot. And like I said, I'm not saying it's better than the other or, whatever, but it just gives the song a different vibe. And, I'm wondering, since he was the one that wrote the song and then he left the band, I forget, after what circumstances, but how he would feel, as the original member and creator of the song, and now somebody else singing his song. I don't know if he, would even have to approve, because if you get kicked out of the band, I mean, that you just get kicked out. I'm sure there's a ton of legality behind it, and it's just like, oh, the contracts and this and royalties and stuff like that. But apparently they just moved on, and they did, the song without him. But how would that make you feel if you were this singer and then this happened? I'm thinking like, but if they parted ways, normally, like everything's fine, then I guess he would be like, oh yeah, go ahead. He did a great version. Maybe there's some interviews out there, or if you have information, I would like to know what this guy is. Has it Sharak? Hold on, it's a complicated name. His name is Glenn Sharak. What he thought about John Farnham. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, this is a cool band. No pun intended. I'm liking LRB, and this is kind of a discovery for me on this channel, because before this, even like 6 months ago, I had never heard of LRB, and now I'm getting into their music. I'm finding out stuff. So nice. Thank you guys for watching. If you have suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.